Listen, it is not your job to change people. Your job is to be the example. It's not your job to try to change someone's way of thinking. It's not your job to try to force people to think positively. It's not your job to try to force people to start to care about themselves or their future or their health. It's not your job. It's not your job. Your job is to be the example. And I know, especially in religions, some people believe that our job is to go and bring people, to Christ, for example. And the issue that I usually have with that is that it can be very forceful. It can be very judgmental. It could be very just like do this or else. So it's kind of scary for some people. And I just don't think that's what God intended, for us to do. I think that our primary job is to be the example. Yes, share the good news, share what you know, share the positivity, share opportunities, share the benefits. But there's some situations where the person just doesn't want your information. They don't want it. And you have to be okay with that. And the best thing that you could do is just be the example. Show the benefits of what you believe in. Whether that's Christianity, you being a Muslim, you being spiritual, whatever. Show the benefits of what you believe in by just living the way that you would want other people to live. So if you want other people to care more about themselves and their goals and their future, you just care more about yourself and your goals and your future. If you want somebody to be more sober, you just be more sober. If you want somebody to be more positive, you want somebody to let their ego down, you be more positive. You let your ego down. You be the example. I had to learn this as well. There's somebody in my life, when it comes to their ego, I'm just like, man, I just wish this person didn't have such a big ego. I just wish they knew that nobody's out to get them. Like, it's not what they are thinking it is in life. Like, I just wish that they would be more positive. I wish they'd be more sober. Like, I wish all of these things. And I just say, no, I'm not about to wish nothing. Pray for people, yes, but I'm just going to be the example. And so I'm not going to let you awaken my ego in a negative way. I'm not going to let you put me in a negative state of being. I'm just going to hold my frequency and stay in my frame because my state of being is the most important thing. So you may have somebody that you care about that's close to you and they drink a lot or something like that. You stay in your frame. You keep your own divine connection to God, and you have your very own beautiful life, and you let people have their own life. You let people have their own journey. It's not up to you to force anybody. Your job is to be the example. Your job is to be the example. Pray for them. Pray for the best, the best outcome for that person, because you really don't even know what the best outcome is for a person. Only God knows. Only they know. Only their spiritual self knows what they signed up for and why they did it. Thank God. Pray for the best outcome. Pray for understanding. Pray that you can understand that person better. You have to do that. And think positive thoughts about them. Think the best about them. Because what you don't know is that the way you think about people does have an effect on how they show up in your reality. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. So think the best about them. Pray for them. Pray that you can understand them better and be the example. Be the example. If there is, some amazing things that happen based on your beliefs, then you be the example. You share that. But you can't put things on people that they don't want. Like for me, for example, I don't try to talk to my family about spirituality anymore. Like I don't try to talk to them about limiting beliefs. I don't try to talk to them about that kind of stuff. I don't do woo-woo stuff or whatever. Like I don't do that. I'm just the example, because what I had to realize is that when I was doing that, my life really didn't reflect what I was saying, you know? And so it's hard for people to even believe what you are saying when your life is not even fully reflecting that. So I'm trying to talk to them about abundance, but I am struggling. It's like, what are we talking about here? And so the best thing that you can do is be an example. So it doesn't matter where I am in life. It doesn't matter if I have $0, if I have $1 million. At this point, people already know who I am and how I am, and if they want to know more, they would ask. And so you have to understand that more than likely that's the same for you. Because a lot of times we don't have such this major desire unless it involves people that are close to us. I assure you, they know who you are. They know what you're doing. They know how you're thinking. They know how you're moving, and you don't have to take it there with them, right? I believe that we are called to, again, show the opportunities, create opportunities, talk about the goodness and the amazingness and the good news and positivity. I believe we are supposed to try to talk about these things with people around us. However, when people cut you off, you try one time, cut off, try 2 times, cut off. When people keep cutting you off, they don't want the information. And so you go back to yourself in your own frequency, in your own frame, and you send them the most loving and positive energy that you can. You pray for them, pray for understanding, and you be the example. And you have to trust that what is meant to happen, what is meant to unfold, what is meant to be, it will be, and everything is going to be okay. But just know, everybody's not meant to believe the same things. And I know that some people don't want to believe that. There has to be different people in the world because we all influence each other in some kind of way. It has to be that way. Everybody's not meant to be a Christian. Everybody's not meant to be a spiritual person. Everybody's not meant to be a Muslim. Everybody's not meant to believe in God. Everybody's not meant to be rich. Everybody's not meant to be poor. Everybody's not meant to be nice. Everybody's not meant to be rude. Everybody is not meant to be the same. We all influence each other in different ways. And when you can really accept that, you won't be so pressed about other people being who they are, about other people not changing in a way that you would hope that they would change. People are doing exactly what they're supposed to do at the time that they are doing it. And that's something that a lot of people don't want to accept, but that's the reality. And so you cannot change them, but you can continue to be the example. And that is the most beautiful gift that you could give someone, is to show up in the flesh, in action, being the example. And so that is all I have for you today. Always remember that God has placed seeds of greatness inside of you, and that anointing, all things are possible.